Capitol Police had set out a plan, I guess, a couple of weeks ago. Is that right? Was there a plan in place? Had everyone been advised what to do if something went wrong?
The plan was inadequate, and I'm happy to go through the chronology of the events that took place from my time in the chamber onward.
Absolutely. What happened, Congressman?
We were in the gallery, socially distancing, while listening to the Electoral College session. We were in the midst of the objection debate over Arizona when we started getting messages from our staff that violent protesters motivated by insightful language from President Trump had breached the Capitol. And then only a few minutes later, they had to evacuate the vice president, the speaker, and the majority leader. We were then told to pull out our gas masks as they secured the chamber because they had to use bang guns and gas in the rotunda to repel folks who were trying to get in the chamber. You could hear them banging. You hear the pop, pop, pop sound of the bang gun. And then we were evacuated, as you could hear the banging of doors by protesters trying to get into the House chamber. We were evacuated down, and now we're in a safe area and secure. As the Capitol Police secures the Capitol once again. And make no mistake about it, we will proceed with the debate, with the Electoral College session, and at the end of it, Democrats and many Republicans will join us to certify the results of Joseph Biden as the next president of the United States.
Congressman, are you safe and are your colleagues safe? Was there ever a point where you might have been in danger?
I am safe. There was a moment where I had to take cover lying on the ground flat, as you could hear popping sounds of what I wasn't sure whether were gunshots. I've now been told they were bang guns that dispersed crowds, and also there was tear gas. We had to stay there for a few minutes. You could hear folks trying to breach into the chamber, banging away, and then we were escorted by Capitol Police out of the chamber eventually and down through the halls. There were folks who had tried to breach the chamber on the ground, lead spread, and secured, who had come just within feet of us in the chamber as I left.
Are you saying within feet? They got that close?
Within feet. As I left the chamber doors, they were already on the ground, having the police having arrested them.
What's your reaction to this even happening? I mean, we've seen protests on the Hill before, but this wasn't a protest. This turned into essentially an assault on one of the icons of America.
This was a violent invasion and insurrection of the Capitol during the Electoral College session to name Biden the next president of the United States. It was incited by vitriolic and violent rhetoric of President Trump, and there will need to be consequences. Democracy came so close today, but we will finish our business. We will stand by, and we will do our jobs.
Is it going to be difficult to do that job? I mean, you're going to go back tomorrow, I gather. There won't be anything happening tonight.
There may even be a continuation of the session tonight that has not been decided yet. But we will finish our jobs. There will be a debate. And I urge my colleagues, extremist Republicans on the other side of the aisle, who have been using insightful, violent rhetoric, that their words have consequences. That this type of rhetoric is what caused today. And we need to come together. And you'll see a majority of Democrats and Republicans do that. But then you have President Trump inciting this violence, and there will have to be consequences to this. But rest assured, to all Central Floridians, we will see a President Biden over the next 2 weeks, and we will be able to fully develop security for our elections, for our Capitol, and assess this situation in great detail through an investigation.
Congressman, thanks for all you do for us. I'm glad you're safe. Boy, oh boy, what a day. Could you imagine in your lifetime ever seeing anything like this?
I had hoped I'd never see something like this, but we remain resolved to defend our democracy and like generations of Americans have before it.